Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. Love Island USA in turmoil. Execs hold emergency meetings over Cierra's racist backlash. Cierra, 25, stars on Love Island USA's Season 7 on Peacock and has been coupled up with Nick Van Steenberg. While Cierra was a favorite to take home the $100,000 prize on Love Island USA, fans are now calling for her to be removed from the villa because of a resurfaced racist post. A source exclusively confirmed to the U.S. Sun that production is allegedly holding crisis meetings over the post. A production source told the U.S. Sun, "Cierra is in deep trouble, that is for sure. This kind of word is unacceptable. It was a huge disappointment when we saw it. Everyone is very, very bothered and pissed about that. We will hold a meeting to decide what we should do. But it doesn't look great at all for Cierra, as a lot of us want to take her out of the show as soon as possible. We kicked Yulissa out of the show at the beginning of the season because of racial slurs too. This kind of behavior and use of this kind of word is unacceptable, and we condemn all kinds of racism, discrimination, and insults towards anyone." The insider is referring to Yulissa Escobar, who was sent home after the first episode because of her racist remarks. The source continued, "You can't use words like this, you can't use racial slurs, and we can't accept that. That is so bad. Everyone is furious that this post exists, that she used that word. How is it possible to post something like this and not expect any consequences? We ask everyone to be respectful and to not use certain words, but we can't control what they did in the past." A second production source added, "They will hold a meeting to see what is next for her. A lot of people are in favor of her being taken out of the show, the same way it happened with Yulissa, and in my opinion that is what should happen. People are in shock and very upset by it, from the production to the crew, to people that work on every aspect of the show. That kind of thing is unacceptable and sad. I mean, Cierra made a massive mistake that will follow her for a long time now. Look at Yulissa. Everyone now only remembers her because of the racist stuff she said." Reps for Love Island USA and Cierra did not respond to the U.S. Sun's request for comment. Fans uncovered a post Cierra is alleged to have shared on social media before entering the villa, where she apparently used a racist slur. A screenshot of what appears to be Cierra's Instagram story, posted to Reddit and TikTok, reads, "Botox isn't for everyone, but I love it for me. I am incredibly expressive with my face, and I catch myself frowning for no reason throughout the day when I'm focusing on something or thinking too hard, lol. I can also be a little **** when I laugh/smile, so I love getting a mini brow lift to open up my eyes and get that snatched look." Reacting to the news on Reddit, one person said, "There's genuinely no excuse in 2025 to not know that's a slur." A second wrote, "This is a slur. Where you're from or where you grew up. This has been a known slur word. People should be held accountable for their ignorance." Yulissa was removed from the show for saying derogatory slurs. Why is racism towards Asians normalized, and why should it continue? A third said. A fourth commented, "The usage of slurs in common language is not okay. It will never be okay, and she should be called out for it." Another fan then added, "Wait, but Yulissa got removed for posting a racist remark. How does one get a swift exit but this does not? It seems that they should be all or nothing. Don't weigh which slur is worse than another. All is wrong." Cierra went on her first date with Nick, 24, this week, as they agreed to close off their relationship and only date each other. They are currently the longest and strongest couple in the villa. Yulissa was cut from the villa off camera in just the second episode of the season before any of her fellow Islanders had even woken up. She had been an original Islander on Season 7 of Love Island USA, which premiered earlier this month. Her exit came after old podcast clips emerged on Reddit, showing Yulissa using the N-word while talking about her ex-boyfriends. Yulissa broke her silence over social media when she returned home from Love Island USA's villa. She wrote on Instagram, "First, I want to apologize for using a word I had no right in using. Podcast clips from years ago have recently resurfaced,
In
and I
those
want to
clips,
address
I
it
used
directly.
a word I never should have used, a racial slur. I used it ignorantly, not fully understanding the weight, history, or pain behind it. I wasn't trying to be offensive or harmful, but I recognize now that intention doesn't excuse impact. And the impact of that word is real. It's tied to generations of trauma, and it is not mine to use. At the time, I was speaking casually in conversation, not thinking deeply or critically about what I was saying. But that doesn't take away from how wrong it was. The truth is, I didn't know better then, but I do now. I've taken the time to reflect, to learn, and to grow from that moment. I've changed a lot since then, not just in how I speak, but in how I show up, how I carry myself, and how I honor the experiences of others. Growth means recognizing when you were wrong, even if it's uncomfortable, and choosing to move forward with humility and accountability. She ended, "To those who are disappointed or offended, I understand, and I apologize. I am sorry." She then posted how cancel culture is not accountability, and is instead online brutality, as she has received death threats. She wrote, "No one deserves to be erased over one moment. For the ones who didn't make it, may you rest in peace. For the ones who are scared to speak, I got you. And for myself, because I'm done staying quiet." My name is Yulissa Escobar, and this is not where my story ends. One mistake does not define a human, and that moment was 4 years ago. I've clearly grown, and I'm just getting started. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share.